So in this class, we are going to start the revision for your reading comprehension, and then we'll complete the entire writing ability topics in your KVS, NVS, PGT English and TGT English subject, and as well as these may be useful for the general studies also. I mean general paper, general English part also, it may be useful. Okay, so now let us go to the syllabus first. So syllabus for your written examination, the one which you are going to write, English subject, your particular area, your particular subject. Like Suma ma'am is appearing for PGT chemistry, so that her particular subject in NVS exam is for 80 marks. And for Goshi, you have 80 marks for your English subject in the NVS exam. So in that 80 marks, we have 4 different sections. Section A is reading comprehension section. Section B is writing ability section. Section 3 is, or section C is grammar section. And the fourth one, or section D, is the literature. That means to clear the KVS or NVS PGT and TGT English subject, you should not only be thorough with your literature part, you should be even thorough with the reading comprehension, writing ability and grammar part also. So we should not neglect any other area. Not only we have to concentrate on literature part, but also we have to concentrate on other 3 areas so that we can score maximum marks. Okay, now let us see the next slide. Okay, so the first one is reading comprehension. In the last class, we practiced reading comprehension. So I am going to just revise quickly. Reading comprehension comes not only in your subject, even it comes even in general English part also. So reading comprehension comes in section A for the English literature students and English subject students. And what they are going to test in your examination, NVS exam or KVS exam or any competitive examination, what are they going to test under reading comprehension? They are going to test your ability to comprehend, understand, analyze and interpret unseen text. Something if they have thrown in the question paper, and when you read those unseen passages or unseen text which may come from variety of information with variety of backgrounds, then you may get puzzled to understand. So they are going to check your ability to comprehend, analyze and interpret unseen text. Interpret means how well you understand the information presented in the passage. And how many passages you are going to get? You may get 3 or 4 unseen reading passages in the question paper. Under each reading comprehension, you may get maximum 4 or 5 questions. And those questions are divided into 4 or 5 different categories. The first type of question is a direct question. The question is in the question paper and the answer is also very much visible in the passage. That means you need not to think, you have to contemplate about the finding answer to that kind of a question. That is called direct question. So first type of question is direct question. Then second type of question is indirect question, or you can call it as a background question. So what do? They will ask you a background question. If you want to answer to that background question, you should have understood the entire passage. They may ask you, what is the suitable theme for the given unseen passage? So if you have understood the unseen passage, then only you can understand what would be the appropriate theme for the given passage. Then third type of questions are analytical questions. What kind of analytical questions? In the point of view of the writer, whether this is right or wrong. So you should not think according to your point of view, you should think according to the writer's point of view. What the author wants to convey through the passage, according to the writer, according to the author, you must understand the given passage. Then fourth type of question is vocabulary question. Under vocabulary question, they may ask you antonyms, synonyms, verb forms, noun forms. Or they may ask you even one word substitution also. So all these 4 types of questions may come in your exam under reading comprehension part. So this is about reading comprehension. Already we completed reading comprehension in the previous class, so I don't want to waste much time for this reading comprehension. So Ghosh, do you have any problem or do you have any questions with related to the reading comprehension part?
No, sir. The previous class you discussed about reading comprehension. Though I need thorough practice, even I completed the passages that you give in the exam paper. But I need more and more practices. But I don't have any problem from reading comprehension passage, sir.
Right, fine. So for a quick revision, Please read the information I have shared with you on screen, how to find answers to the reading comprehension questions point by point. Can you read first point? Ghosh.
Yes, sir, please do repeat.
Can you read the first point to 10 points one by one? Can you see the screen?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Can you see this?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Ghosh.
Yes. Read the passage quickly to understand the theme, subject matter, or central idea of the passage.
Okay.
Next, read the passage again to understand it deeply and clearly.
Hmm.
Read the questions given below the passage now one by one.
Hmm.
Do not try to find the answers to all the questions at a time. First, read the question number 1. Locate the answer in the given passage. Mark the answer. Do not involve your personal opinions, ideas to the given passage. Do not jump into conclusion with your own values, morals, and ethics. Do not judge the passage content. Be impartial to the topic or subject. Use elimination method when not sure about correct answer. Do not be overconfident. Practice well. Accept your mistakes and improvise.
Good. I want to highlight two important points here. First one, point number 6. Don't add your personal opinions, ideas to the given passage. So whenever you read the passage, try to understand the information in the point of view of the author. What author has given information and what his opinion, what his view, what is his or her idea. The author's idea only you have to understand. You should not involve your personal opinions and your ideas to the given passage. The next one, don't jump into conclusion with your own values, morals and ethics. This is psychological point. When you read the given passage, when you read the question and when you read the options, without looking into the passage again, you think that this answer would be right. Don't think. You should understand whether that information is provided in the passage or not. Because according to your morals, abilities, moral standards, according to your ethics and values, you will think that this answer is correct. But it is not our personal moral values, personal ethics, personal values. It is about the author's ideas to be given important. And final last one, don't be overconfident. Practice well, accept your mistakes, improvise. So in reading comprehension, most of us, we go to exam directly without any practice. The reason is we think that we can easily find answers to questions. Yes, of course, you will find answers to the easy questions. But when it comes to a difficult question, 90% of us without practice may commit a mistake. So avoid such kind of problem. We have to go for the complete practice. Now let us go to the today's topic, writing ability. So this writing ability is in section B, and you are going to get questions in writing ability also, but not like writing part here. You are going to get questions in form of MCQs. So what is MCQ question? I'll show you, because once you get an idea, then only I will start this explanation about the writing ability. Otherwise, you may get a question, sir, letter writing, application for job, article writing, report writing, debate speech. How can we write in an MCQ format? Yes, they are going to ask you questions under writing ability, which is under section B, but not the format in which you are thinking. So I'll show you one question so that you will understand what type of questions they may ask you in examination and how to prepare for such kind of questions. So here if you see a formal letter, I am not able to see this. Okay, a formal letter should be dash to have the desired effect on the recipient. So how should you prepare a formal letter to have an effect on the recipient? For example, when you are writing a letter, you are communicating with somebody or many people, or to the what you call targeted group of people, to get a desired effect on the recipient, whoever receives the letter. So what is a formal letter? A formal letter is the one when you write a letter to officers, letters to editors, letters to principal, business people, all those things comes under formal letter. So a formal letter should be dash to have the desired effect on the recipient. What kind of qualities a formal letter must have so that it will get the proper benefit? So another 3 options are there. A formal letter should have or should be written in a proper format, grammatically correct, it should be relevant, and all the above. Which answer is correct according to the question? Ghosh.
It will be all the above.
Right. So a formal letter must be in a proper format, and it should be grammatically correct. There should not be grammatically mistakes, and should be relevant. When you are writing a letter to principal, when you are asking something like when you want a leave from principal, you should write in a proper way. You should not write something random, and if you expect him to her to sanction a leave, then that is not correct. So a formal letter should have all the above features to get the desired effect on the recipient. So these type of MCQ questions you will get under writing ability. In our time, they gave us to write an article, speech, or some other writing ability so that they can test our writing skills. But in this MCQ format, in your examination, they are not going to ask you to write a writing ability like report writing, notice writing, debate writing, all those things. They will just give you MCQ questions and you have to answer. My experience, my point of view is writing an essay like article or speech or a report is comparatively easy than finding a right answer for MCQ pattern, because MCQ is generally little confusing. So let us start your writing ability syllabus, and in this class we are going to complete entire writing ability part. So one class for reading comprehension section A we completed, another class we are going to complete the writing ability. And once we complete reading comprehension section A and section B writing ability, 50% of the syllabus is over. Technically speaking, 50% of the syllabus is over. Then only we have two more sections. Section C is grammar and section D is literature. So again, let me tell you, you have to concentrate on the four sections equally, not only to the literature section, because the questions will come from all the four sections, maybe in equal proportion. Now under writing ability, you have to study few topics. What is the first one they are expecting from a candidate to become a PGT English or TGT English or any other teacher? They are expecting these things: ability to express views, opinions in a coherent and logical manner. So writing skills will test your ability of you expressing your opinions in coherent and logical manner. When you are writing things, whether you can put things in logical manner or not. But in MCQ format, this is little tricky. They will give you questions based upon the formats, based upon the information which you are going to write under this writing abilities. Now, what are the areas or what are the topics we have to cover under writing ability? First one out of two tasks such as factual description. We have to complete factual description. What is factual description? How to write factual description? What is the importance of factual description in English language? Then second one is incidents. Then third one is report writing or process writing. So all four comes under one heading: factual description of an event or incident, report writing or process writing. So one heading is this. Then second one is writing formal letter. So what is a formal letter? Whenever you write a letter for business purpose, official purpose, then such kind of letter is called formal letter. And we have different types of letters are there. 1 second, Deepa ma'am is asking some information. So we have different types of letters we have to study. Business or official letters. So business letters are also called as official letters, and under official letters we have to study letters of inquiries, letters for registering complaints, letters for asking and giving information, placing orders and sending a reply. That means different letters have different purpose. In examination they may give you a question. When you want to report something, a bad condition of roads in your locality, to whom do you write a letter? Option A, letter to the police station, letter to medical officer. Option C, letter to the municipality. Which option is correct, Goji?
Municipality.
Letter to municipality. So in such type of questions, practical oriented questions may come in your exam. Then we have to study letters to editors. Under letter writing we have to study business or official letters, and then we have to study letters to editors. Whenever you want to write a letter to editors stating about the problems, then you have to give facts, figures, suggestions, opinions on an issue of a public interest or contemporary current issues. So first one, So first one under writing abilities, we should know what is factual description of an event and incident, how to write, and what is a report writing and what is a process writing. Then second topic is formal letters. Under formal letters, we should know how to write a business or official letters, which includes like letters for inquiries, registering complaints, asking for and giving information, placing orders and sending replies. And another type of letter is letter to editors. And the third one is job application with the CV. CV means curriculum vitae. Now why these are given in your syllabus? Because all these are part of class 11 and class 12 syllabus, and some are even started from class 8 onwards. So first two headings are over, and then third one is writing personal opinion, views, stand in an article, debate, speech. So to put it simple, the third part of the writing ability is we should know how to write an article writing, how to write a debate writing, how to write the speech writing, and what is the importance of these topics, writing abilities or writing section. So this is the syllabus for your KVS and NVS examination and writing ability, and this syllabus will not be given to write, like not writing ability. They will not write giving you answer to write in the examination. They will test your ability of understanding these topics in MCQ format only. So I showed you one question, I'll show you one more question so that you will understand what type of questions you are going to get in your examination under this writing ability. Otherwise you may get confusion. We are studying for this exam, but there is no theory part, no need to write anything. So I'll ask Danny ma'am, can you read this question?
Yes, sir. How to end the main body of a formal letter? A. By telling the recipient what he should be doing next. By showing love. C. By discussing whether. And D. None.
What is the answer?
Option A, sir. By telling the recipient what he should be doing next.
Right. So we should end the letter by telling the recipient, whoever receives the letter, what he should be doing next. Okay, so these type of questions will come in examination. Not they will ask you to write the theory of article writing, speech writing. They will not give you a question. They will not ask you to write the theory of theory in your exam, because you have only MCQ format questions. Now, any doubts or any questions or any confusion with the writing ability syllabus? If you have any questions, you can ask me, Ghosh. Ghosh? Danny, Preeti, any questions with the syllabus?
No, sir.
No, sir. Can you show us more questions based on writing skills?
Sure. I have given you two examples. Once we complete the entire writing ability, different topic explanation, then I have set almost all 15 or 10 to 15 questions are there. We'll practice at the end. Those two questions I have shown for example questions so that you'll understand how to prepare this writing ability part.
Yes, sir.
Alright. And Preeti, what happened to Diksha? Morning I called her, I messaged her, but she didn't respond. Where is she?
Sir, I don't know. I didn't have a talk within a week because I was too busy with my school works. I have messaged her. She told me that she will join today's class.
Right.
But I don't know what happened. Okay, sir, I'll call today and ask.
Right, fine. Let us continue the class. Okay. Right. So now, if you have no questions or no confusion with the syllabus part, I'll go to the next slide. Okay. And I am using this new technology. Technology means I understood today only. I explained to Ghosh, because when I am editing the videos which we shot in the first batch, now it is lot of difficulty I am facing to edit the video so that you will see what is actually I am explaining on the screen. So that's why now I am presenting this entire slide not through Google Meet. Now I am using Google Meet through the Google Slides. I am presenting this information. I suppose it is now very clear to your eyes, correct, Preeti and Danny?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I am also what you call improvising, or I am also learning so many things. Okay, right. Now under first topic, writing ability, we have factual description. What is factual description? When you are asked to explain something based upon facts, that is called factual description. Listen to my sentences clearly. In exam, they may ask you the question, when you are asked to write an essay based upon the facts only, then what type of writing writing topic you will prefer? First one, factual description. Second one, article writing. Third one, speech writing. Fourth one, debate writing. Which one is the right answer, Ghosh? Preeti?
Sir, I think, hello.
What is the right answer?
I think it will be debate writing.
No, when you are asked to write a topic or an essay based upon the facts only, then that is factual description. That comes under factual. That means when you are asked to write an essay or a paragraph on Taj Mahal, whether you write your opinion, whether you write whatever is there in this world.
Yes, that is factual description.
So factual description. Now how to write a factual description? First, write a suitable and relevant title. So factual descriptions have title. Then define the object with its working, qualities and characters. When you are asked to describe something which is present, a thing which is present in this world, then that object must be described in a proper qualities with the proper characteristics. Then if it is asked about a person, if they ask you to describe the factual description, right, on Gandhiji or Nehru or Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel or anybody, then we have to mention his personality, habits, qualities and special traits. And in case if they ask you to write a process writing, process preparation, that also part of factual description, like how to you prepare coffee or tea or any kind of dish, then you have to write the entire process in stages. So we should write the title, suitable and relevant title to the factual description and process writing. Define the object with its working, qualities and characteristics. Then if you are asked to describe a person, then you have to mention his personality, habits, qualities and special traits. If they ask you to write a process writing, and if it comes in a process writing question, then you have to write that in different stages. How do you prepare a tea and coffee should be described logically and systematically to get a complete coherence about the topic. Now let us go to explanation about the writing ability factual description. So the factors that are essential for effective paragraph writing under factual description, when you are asked to write a paragraph, then three things are very important for any writing, a topic, speech or a debate or article or whatever. You need to be very thorough with these most effective factors, essential factors: unity, cohesion, logical development of the thought. So when you are writing, all areas, whatever the areas you are going to cover in that one, they must have a cohesion, connection with each other, and that must be a single unit. You cannot start writing about Diwali, you can't end with the Sankranti or the Pongal. So you need to have a proper logical development of a thought in this kind of writing topics. Then format is the factual description is arranged as follows. It has a topic sentence, you may call it as the first sentence. It introduces the main idea of the paragraph. You can see on the right side, it is the first part of the factual description is called introduction part. Then supporting details, these come after the topic sentence, making up the body of the description. They give details to develop and support the main idea. Okay, so that comes under description, additional details. And then closing sentence, it can also be called as a conclusion. This is the last sentence or sentences. It restates the main idea and sums up the thoughts using different words. So this is the structure of the factual description. There will be a topic sentence. There is a first sentence where you introduce the topic, and then you will describe with additional details in the body of the factual description or the middle of the factual description, and then you will conclude the factual description paragraph or essay with a proper concluding lines or concluding sentence. So why I am showing you on screen, I'll show you the same one in a bigger manner. If you see this one, in exams they may ask you a question like, they will give you 4 or 3 areas: introduction, description, additional details and conclusion in a disorder, and they will ask you what is the correct order of writing a factual description. If it is a theory part, you will write the factual description without any problem because you are all postgraduates. But when they give you these kind of questions in MCQ format, what do? They will give you these 4: introduction, description, additional details and conclusion in a First one description, second one conclusion, third one additional details, fourth one introduction. They may ask you to arrange these in a proper sequence, and you will get 4 options in 4 different with 4 different combinations. So that is little confusing. So remember, first introduction, then description, then additional details and conclusion. So this type of practical questions will come in exam. They will not ask you theoretical questions in the factual description part and under the writing ability. Is it clear, everybody?
So,
The syllabus is important, but the type of questions which you are going to get is more important. You have to train yourself to face the MCQ questions, not the writing part of the factual description. Second one is also process writing. Same points are suitable for the process writing also. So you also have to write the suitable title, relevant title. Then process means all stages should be described logically and systematically to get a complete coherence about the topic. Example for this is, for example, I am giving an example of a preparation of a Japanese tea. When they ask you a question about process writing, then you must be having ingredients to prepare any kind of dish, and then the quantity must be mentioned, and the procedure should follow the steps wise. So whenever you are preparing, example, Japanese tea or a normal coffee at home, then you will follow a proper procedure. So in examination point of view, they may ask you a question when you are preparing a tea, whether ingredients are important or not. Then you will obviously say yes, but they will give you 4 options. While preparing a Japanese tea, which one of the following is not required? First option, green tea leaves. Second option, water. Third option, glass. Fourth option, serving tray. Now which option is not required for preparation of in preparing Japanese tea, Preeti? Preeti, are you there?
Japanese tree.
Serving tray is not required. No, when you are preparing a Japanese tea, that is not required to prepare the Japanese tea, correct?
Yes, sir.
So practical oriented, that means they are trying to test your application orientation of these topics. You know how to write a process writing, you know how to write a letter writing, you know how to write a factual description, but how well you understood that in a practical orientation or in a practical manner. So they are not going to test you to write a Japanese tea preparation or process writing. They will ask you questions, the format or the way you have to explain to the students. So this is process writing. Earlier we completed the factual description. Then next one under writing ability, we have report writing. All these comes under first part only. Factual description, report writing, process writing are all part of the first section. Section B, first part. Now what is report writing? A report is a form of communication, usually in writing, which contains a brief account of an event, experience, experiment or examination of some issue or problem. So when something happens, generally we report that information, that incident or event to somebody else. So that comes under report writing. But when you put it on in writing, then that becomes a formal communication and that comes under report writing. So a report is a form of communication. Usually we'll write in writing only, which contains a brief account of an event, experience, experiment or examination of some issue or problem. In your exam, what kind of questions may come? Dash is a form of communication which contains a brief account of an event, experience or experiment or examination of some issue or problem which happened in the past. Then what is the answer, Danny?
Can you repeat again, sir?
They will give you a question in exam. Dash is a form of communication which contains a brief account of an event, experience, experiment or examination of some issue or problem which already happened in the past. And they will give you 4 options. They will give you 4 options. Report writing, then factual description, then speech writing and debate writing. So what is the answer?
Report writing.
Report writing. Then report writing forms an essential part in expressing our ideas, knowledge and other facts that occur in our day-to-day life. Then we have to describe an event or a happening that we have experienced or an eyewitness to. So when sometimes even eyewitness incidents also we can write in report writing format. Now let us go to the next one. How to write a report writing? whether the title is given for report writing or not, they may ask you a question. So write a suitable and relevant title for report writing. Mention the name of the reporter, date and place. So remember this one. In report writing, we have to mention the name of the reporter, date of reporting and the place of reporting. These are part of report writing. Then details should be written in a systematic and logical manner. Make use of proper language and provide authentic facts. The report must be written based upon the facts only. And what is the content of this report writing? What is the body of the report writing contains? It contains answers to these questions. When did the incident happen? Where did the incident happen? Why did the incident happen? What did actually happen in the incident? So answers to these questions are part of report writing. So they will ask you they may ask you such question. Which type of question may not come in report writing? They will give you when type questions, where type questions, why type questions, and how type questions. So how type questions may not come under content in report writing. Then what tense we have to use in the report writing? Simple past tense, and we have to use the passive voice. In examination, they may ask you a question. In which tense the report writing must be written? Option A, present tense. Option B, future tense. Option C, present continuous tense. Option 4, past tense. Which tense is correct, Suma?
Simple past tense, sir.
Simple past tense we have to write. So these are technical questions. You may get these type of questions in your Ghosh.
In report writing, the quote unquote sentences are in present simple present tense only.
Report writing means the incident which was already happened we are reporting. So the entire body of the report must be written in the past tense.
The entire body is in past tense, but the quote unquote sentence means within the report the quote unquote sentence are in simple present tense, as I have seen in the newspaper.
Alright. So when you are writing a report on the incident which happened and where the speaker is present and gave a speech, in that you can quote that speaker's sentences in the present tense.
Yes, sir.
But when you are writing a report upon an event like accident, when there is nobody is speaking, when there is nothing happened, only somebody met with accident, when you are writing that report in your first person narration, when you are writing a report, you should write in the first person. So when you are writing the report, will you quote your words, whatever you have said there?
No, sir.
All right. So what you said is correct. When you are writing a report and when there is a speaker in the report writing and you have to quote the speaker's sentences in the inverted commas, or you can convert those sentences into indirect speech and you can write. Ghosh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
right.
Sir.
Next, divide content into introduction, description or explanation, etc. and conclusion. So this is the theory part of report writing. If even you study theory, but if you don't practice the questions, then this theory will not be much useful. Now this is an example for report writing. You can see the title is given, by whom it is written also given, and the date of writing, place of writing the report given, and the report is divided into introduction, explanation and conclusion. There is no necessity of dividing this report writing into different sections, but just for the students, what happened, if students write in this format, they will fetch out and out marks in the examination. Okay, now this is about report writing. Then we'll go to the letter writing. I'll not take much time to explain because theory is not going to come in exams. You are going to get MCQ questions that we'll practice, we'll analyze, we'll discuss those questions, why that answer is correct, why that answer is not wrong. Okay, now we have letter writing. So letter writing is very common, and we have two types of letters. We have formal letter or informal letter. Then we have the format we are following nowadays in CBSE schools. We are following the American format where everything we write on the left side of the page. So address of the sender, a formal letter format, address of the sender, date, address of the receiver, salutation, subject, reference, body of the letter, subscription, signature, designation. I'll explain because some type of questions may be confusing to you. I'll ask you one question, you have to answer to me question. Danny ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me whether we have to write subject above the salutation or below the salutation.
Below the salutation, sir.
Okay. Is it wrong if you write subject above the salutation?
No, sir.
That is also
I
correct.
think both are accepted.
Both are
Yes.
accepted. But where do you write the reference? Do you write the reference above the salutation or below the salutation?
That is definitely below the salutation.
All right. So they may give you questions and they may ask you whether the placement of this address of the sender and address of the receiver to subscription, signature and designation. So address of the sender.
Sir, reference means here? What do you mean by reference in the letter?
I'll explain step by step. Address of the sender means the one who is sending the letter, and date, the date on which the letter is being written. And there are so many different formats are there. When you are writing a formal letter, you have to follow the format of a formal letter and formal date. That will come in a question, you will understand that one. Then address of the receiver means the one who is receiving your letter. Then what is salutation? It is a greeting. Sir, ma'am, dear, all those comes under salutation. Then what is subject? Whatever you are going to write in the body of the letter, you should explain or you should mention that entire information in one single sentence, so that the person who receives your letter, who reads your letter, in the beginning only, he or she will understand what are you going to explain, what are you going to talk in the body of the letter. Now comes to reference. What is reference? In business letters, you will write a letter and then the person who receives your letter will again write a letter to you, and this type of communication may go for so many days, so many times, so many type letters you may write. Correspondence will be there to and fro. That means you will write a letter, they will again write a letter, you will give a reply, they will again give reply. So now if there are more than 4 or 5 letters, to which letter are you giving information or to which letter you are writing a reply? So you will refer or you will give a reference of the letter dated so and so, and you are writing the information or reply to the letter. So reference means, Ghosh, when you write one letter to me, when I give reply to your letter, now you are giving another, you are writing another letter to me with reference to the previous letter. So which letter you will write? Reference to your previous letter dated so and so. So then I'll understand that, okay, already we are communicating, there is a correspondence between you and me, and you are writing reply to my previous letter dated so and so. Understood, Ghosh?
Yes, now I can understand.
Right. Then body of the letter. Then subscription means leave taking. How do you end your letter? Yours faithfully, yours obediently, yours truly, yours sincerely. All those things comes under subscription. Signature must be in running hand, and if you have a designation, that should be written within the bracket, or without bracket also you can write. So in formal letter, we have address of sender, date, address of the receiver, salutation, subject, reference, body of the letter, subscription, signature and designation. When it comes to informal letter, you will not have address of the receiver. Generally, you will write a letter, address of the sender only, date, salutation, body of the letter. There will be no subject, there will be no reference, and then you will write subscription and signature. So this is the difference between formal letter and informal letter. Exam, they may ask you a question, direct question I am giving you, whether the subject is written in the informal letter. Then answer is no. You may not get true or false, but you should know this information. Then we'll go with the first type of letter, letter of inquiry.
Sir, in formal letter, subject can be written after salutation.
In formal letter, you can write the subject before salutation or after salutation. Both ways are accepted. Some they prefer to write the subject before salutation. Some prefer to write subject after the salutation. Both ways of writing correct.
Okay, sir.
But it's a minimum, like, courtesy that we have to greet the person who is receiving our letter. Then we can explain our problem or whatever you want to convey. So that is general standard, but both are accepted. There is no problem of writing subject before the salutation. Shall I
Yes, sir.
continue? Now we have completed formal, informal letters. Now we'll go with this different types of letters. Letter of inquiry. So what is the letter of inquiry? Whenever you are writing a letter in a formal format and you are giving some kind of information and you are asking some kind of information, then that type of letters comes under letter of inquiry. Letter, it should contain the date and address of the receiver. All those things you can understand. I need not to again explain those things to waste your time. Now it should be written concisely and clearly. Mention the reason and inquiry details. For example, you are applying for a course in a college or in a university, and you are writing a letter of inquiry to the principal of the college asking him what is the fee structure of your course, that particular course. So that kind of letter comes under letter of inquiry. Okay, so remember these things only important in examination. They'll ask you when you want to write a letter to principal to get the information about details about a course, what type of letter are you going to write? First one, letter of inquiry. Second one, letter of complaint. Third one, letter to editor. Fourth one, all the above letters. Which one is correct option, Danny? Danny ma'am, which one is correct? Danny, am I audible? Preeti, am I audible?
Hello?
Am I audible, Preeti?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Now this is the format. One example for your letter of inquiry. Already the slides are shared with you. You can check at any time what is the way
Sir,
of writing.
letter of inquiry must be in a formal letter, not in informal letter.
Letter of inquiry is a formal letter.
That means inquiry will not be in informal letter.
No.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is an example of letter of inquiry. Then,
Sir,
Preeti.
when we are in school, our teacher, I don't know whether it is correct or wrong. She used to write the subject at the middle of, means just below the recipient's name, not with the left hand margin. She used to write from the middle. So is that wrong, writing subject in the middle?
Can you come again?
Sir, here is the subject in the left hand side of the margin, right?
Yes.
So can we just write the subject in the middle part of the paper, means not at the left side of the margin, but at the middle of the paper? Is it wrong?
No, I think it is an American format.
Middle of the paper, let me answer. Middle of the paper means after salutation, middle of the paper.
The process steps will be as usual, but here the subject is starting from a side of the left hand. But if we give some gap and start from just middle of the paper, so is it wrong?
That might be correct in olden days, but now we are following the fully blocked format or fully indented format of letter writing. To put it simple, American format of letter writing. So in American form of letter writing, everything should start from the left margin.
Yes.
She might have given some space after salutation, and she might have started writing.
She has written just in the process. She is correct, but either starting from the left side margin, she has started it from the just little bit gap and then middle of the page. She started. That's why I'm asking it.
That was accepted, but now it is not accepted.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right. Next, if you see the next type of letter, we have letter to editor. Okay, now if you see this entire format, letter to editors, we write when we want to inform general public through the newspaper or through the columns of the newspaper. So we are here writing the sender's address, date, designation and address of the addressee. In this, you need to mention the editor, not the name of the editor. Whenever you write a letter to editor, we should mention the editor designation only and the name of the newspaper and the address of the newspaper. And then subject statement, you can see the subject is written before or above the salutation. Then comes the salutation. Then you have to give this kind of starting sentence. In exams, they may give you what is the right way to start a letter to editor, and then they will give you 4 sentences. So the right way to start the body of the letter to editor is through the columns of your widely circulated daily or through the esteemed columns of your newspaper. I would like to draw the attention of authorities. They may test even the sentence also, because they are not asking you to write a letter in a written format. So they will give you this kind of key sentences and they may ask you which sentence is correct. Then in the second paragraph, you have to explain the causes of problem, and in the fourth or third paragraph or subsequent paragraphs, you should also give solution to the problem. You are not asking the editor to find a solution to the problem which you have mentioned in the previous paragraph or in the previous lines. You should give the solution. So in examination they may ask you whether you have to provide solution to the editor in your letter, then obviously it is yes. And then at the end, complimentary clause with name, and the complementary clause are the subscription with which you have to close the letter to editor is yours truly. Always remember, it is yours truly when you are writing a letter to the editor. The subscription is yours truly when you are writing a letter to the editor. Okay, then
Sir, we can't write yours faithfully or yours obediently instead of yours truly.
no, you have to write yours truly only to the letter to editor, because whatever you have given or furnished the information in the letter is true to your knowledge. So yours truly must be written to the letter to editor only, not to any other.
But in our West Bengal board, means when we make practice to the students, means in the authentic grammar books also it is well mentioned there. It is yours obediently, yours faithfully, yours truly, all are there.
I don't want to comment anything on the books of that state or of those, but generally speaking, that is not correct. Okay, I am not in a.
And nowadays, when I am, yes, sir, go sir is correct. Whenever in my school also, whenever we are writing such letters, they give yours faithfully or obediently, but we doesn't use your truly for the editorial letter. So now means that, so since a long time we are doing a wrong thing.
See, I don't want to comment anything on the official textbooks of your government, but what I am trying to tell you that if you want to learn things in a very specific, precise, then yours truly is applicable to the letter to editor. Let us go to the next one.
We are writing a letter to the like a police commissioner or other authority like principal. Then what will you use?
When you are writing a letter to your principal, Preeti, in which school you are working, if you are writing a letter to your principal requesting him or her to sanction leave, then you should write yours obediently. You are obedient to your boss. But if you are writing a letter to Diksha, who is also colleague or who is also working in the same school, then you have to write yours faithfully. Sorry, yours sincerely. Because both are in the same level, both are in the same position. So you have to write yours since faith. Wait, I'm also not getting. You have to write to your colleague with subscription is yours sincerely. That means both are same, both are equal in rank. So you are ending the letter with a subscription yours sincerely. So whoever are working, if you are not writing a letter to your boss, if you are writing a letter to your colleague, then you will write that with yours sincerely. Sincerely means that whatever you are writing with sincerity you are writing. When you are writing a letter to any other officer, any other person who is higher in your organization or in any police or anything, then we'll write yours faithfully, in my faith towards. That means you are writing a letter to police officer and you are ending the letter with yours faithfully. You are not obedient to that one because he is not your boss or she is not your boss. When you are writing a letter to the editor, you should end with the subscription yours truly. I'll repeat. When you are writing a letter to your principal, Preeti, you have to write yours obediently. When you are writing a letter to your colleague like Diksha, you have to write yours sincerely. When you are writing a letter, formal letter to anybody else other than your boss, other than Diksha or your colleagues, then we'll write yours faithfully. Even when you are writing a letter to your even business letters also, we will write yours sincerely, not faithfully. When you are writing a business proposition, you will not write sincerely, obediently and faithfully. You will write yours sincerely. When you are writing a letter to editor, then you have to use the subscription yours truly. These are the 4 different subscriptions for 4 different purposes. If you mix, that is general explanation to the students, but in examination point of view, yours truly is the correct subscription for writing a letter to the editor.
Okay.
All right. Now let us go to the next topic, is job application. What is a job application? Job application is an official form that employers ask all applicants for a position to fill out. So that is job application. I am going to show you the format of the job application. It is part of your It is part of your class. Madam is asking. Just let me. Okay. So now let us go with the job application. Job application has two parts. One is, am I visible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, something I did. I am not able to see you all now. Wait a minute. Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
I'm just closing. In case if I lose connection, I'll again come back. Wait a minute. Right, I can see now. You can see the screen, everything clearly?
No, sir. Screen share is stopped.
Okay. So these things are new to me also. I'm also learning. Wait. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is very fast actually,
Yes,
very
sir.
clear. I can use annotation, I can use my cursor also, and without moving back and forth. Okay. So job
this is better,
application. What, Danny?
This is better, sir,
Yes.
than that Jamboard.
So job application has two parts: covering letter. Second part is resume or CV, or it is also called in English biodata. Covering letter format is official letter format only. Only thing is we need to add enclosures. So enclosures means whatever you are going to add along with the covering letter are called enclosures. So generally we add these enclosures: CV, curriculum vitae, British English, resume, American English, and biodata, Indian English. Then if they ask you to add passport size photograph, we will attach passport size photograph. And if they ask you to copy of certificates to be attached, then we'll enclose the copy of certificates. So they may ask you a question, what are the documents generally we'll enclose with the covering letter? Then it is CV or resume or biodata, passport size photograph, copy of certificates. So these may come in examination point of view. Then this is the covering letter format. It is official letter only. There is nothing difference from this format. Then this is the resume or CV or biodata. There may be so many modern resumes are there, so many modern contemporary resumes are there, but generally these are the way generally we teach students to write or prepare the resume. So where there we have to fill full name, father's name, date of birth, sex, marital status, address, education qualification, extra qualification, hobbies, salary expected, references must be there. In exam, what kind of MCQ question may come? I'll tell you. Priti, are you there? Can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir.
Which one is part of, pause this question, which one is part of a resume? Option A, father's name. Option B, extra qualification. Option C, salary expected. Option 4, all the above.
All the above, sir.
Right. So likewise, they may frame questions in the job application part. Now after job application, the fourth part is, first one is process writing, factual description, report writing. Then second part is letter writing and job application. Then the next part is writing abilities like article writing, speech writing, and debate writing. So article writing is known to everybody, so I'm not going to explain too much. So article writing, we have two types of inputs we have in article writing. First one is verbal input. You read something and you write an article about that. Then visual input, you watch something and you will write an article about that. Then always remember, study carefully the hints or points given. Arrange the given points, develop and organize and arrange in a logical manner. Introduce the topic first in a few sentences. End the composition with a proper conclusion on the topic. Then example for article writing, you can see here. It is a division. Title is required. And in the article writing, by whom the article is being written should be mentioned. Then in the first paragraph only you should inform what is the article, what is the main purpose of writing this article. And in the second paragraph you have to explain the information, and in the third one you have to conclude. So this part is called introduction, this part is called explanation or description of the topic, and the third part is called concluding part or conclusion. So this is about article writing. Then what is speech writing? Speech writing has some important information I should read and I should explain. Speech writing is actually spoken, but you will write for speech. So it must begin with a catchy introduction. It must begin with a catchy introduction in the form of an anecdote, small story, quotation, statistical data, or a thought-provoking question. So they will ask you with which a speech can be begin. With which a speech can be begin. Then you have to begin, or you can begin the speech with an anecdote, quotation, statistical data, or thought-provoking question. Then, Alivani madam, I am audible?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. I'll take 15 minutes more, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay. Then, second point is must reflect the speaker's clarity of thought, accuracy of facts, and balanced view through a comparison and contrast with other viewpoints. Next one, bring credibility to views through quoting of an adequate supporting data. Then, infuse humor through anecdotes, summing up or consolidation of ideas, suggestions, measures to improve the situation, personal observations, and predictions. Use language that is persuasive and powerful. Vote of thanks to the audience. So at the end of your speech, you should give vote of thanks to the, or you should thank audience for listening to your speech. And this is an example of writing, speech writing. They are not going to ask you to write, so no need to worry about this one. Then the last topic before we proceed to the question answer sessions, we have debate writing. So a debate is called a declamation. Remember this one, examination point of view may be very important. A declamation means a debate is called a declamation, where you decide what is right and what is wrong. Generally, debates are conducted on the controversial issues. You can speak either in favor of the motion or against the motion, and you have to go against other speakers in the debate. No personal attack, and way of talking must be civilized. You should not attack them rudely. You have to be very polite in the debate writing. And then this is an example. What, Goshi?
Declamation means?
Declamation means you are going to decide what is right and what is wrong. It is a process of debate where you will find out what is right and what is wrong. If you want the dictionary meaning, let me Google it. Declamation. So the meaning of the word declamation is the action or art of declaiming, a rhetorical exercise or set speech. Declamation is artistic form of public speaking. It is a dramatic orientation designed to express through articulation, emphasis, and gesture the full sense of the text being conveyed. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, what we have covered so far theory is we completed explanation part only. We completed the writing abilities in your KVS and NVS exam, and we have to cover 3 different topics under 3 different headings for writing ability. First one is factual description of an event or incident, then a report writing or a process writing. All this comes under B1. Then B2 is formal letters, different types of letters like business or official letters, letters to editors, application for a job with a CV. All those comes under the second part. Third part is article writing, debate writing, and speech writing comes under the third part. So this is about your writing ability section B. Now the most important is theory is not important because you are not going to write these, you are going to answer to the MCQ questions. So whoever are here, we will go with these questions and we'll analyze the answers also. Why this answer is right, why this answer is wrong. So likewise we have to go with. Now first question, I suppose we already completed. A formal letter should have the desired effect on the recipient. So all these are important. It should be written in a proper format. It should be grammatically correct and it should be relevant. So all these are important. Next question. Also we did. Preeti ma'am, can you read the second question?
Yes, sir. How to end the main body of a formal letter by telling the recipient what he should be doing next, by showing love, by discussing whether, and D, none.
Okay. So which one is the right answer?
Number A, by telling the recipient what he should be doing next.
Good. Any other answer by anybody else?
No, sir.
Right. Now, one by one, you will read the question and you will answer the questions. Okay. Next question goes to Danny ma'am.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
The key point of a formal letter is written in which part of a formal letter? Intro, heading, subject, and body. Is it in the subject part, sir?
The key point of a formal letter is written in which part of a formal letter?
Body.
It should be written in the body of the
Body part.
letter, not in the introduction, not in the heading, not in the subject. It must be written in the body of the formal letter. There you are going to write the important information. So these type of
Sir,
questions.
body or subject? Body or
Body.
subject means key
Not-
point is there. Key point is there means the major point. Meaning in the subject, I think key point is there. In the body, the whole things, whatever is written in the key point, it is well mentioned or well explained.
When you are writing a letter to your principal, getting asking or seeking a leave from your job, whether you write your reason and important information key point in the subject, or you will write application for leave, what do you write?
Application for
application.
Is the key point?
So,
Ghosh, is the key point?
yeah, it is the key point. Means why I will take it there, that points I'll discuss in the body of the letter.
But the key point or key points must be written in the body. Subject is just a title or information in a very short manner what you are going to write in the letter. You are not going to explain that I am sick and I want leave in the subject. Subject is just to give a sense to the receiver what he or she is going to read. Okay? Ghosh? Danny, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Right. So these are the difficult type of questions or confusing type of questions which you are going to get in exams. So we have to prepare thoroughly. The key points in a formal letter is written in which part of formal letter is? It is in the body of the letter. Next question. Ghosh.
Yes, sir. What is the accurate representation to show the purpose of a letter? Please note formal notice, attention formal notice, subject formal notice, announcement formal notice.
Can you read again? What is the accurate representation?
Accurate representation
To show
the purpose of a letter.
Tell me which option is correct.
Please note formal notice, attention formal notice, subject formal notice, announcement formal notice. I think it will be option B, attention formal notice.
Preeti. Preeti? Unmute your mic and speak, Preeti. Suma?
Subject. Formal.
Subject formal notice. What is the accurate representation to show the purpose of the letter? So subject is used to show the purpose of the letter. So subject means they will get a sense, they will understand what is actually you are going to write or you have written in the letter. So what is the accurate representation to show the purpose of a letter is? It is the subject column in the formal notice. Ghosh, understood?
Yes, now I can understand subject.
So the standard of the questions are not confusing, only practice is required. Don't worry. Danny ma'am, can you read the next question?
Yes, sir. Which of the following are characteristics of the block format of a formal letter? There is no indentation. Use of punctuation marks and dispense within the block format. Each block begins with a margin on the left-hand side. All. All, sir.
Correct. So there is no indentation, there is no punctuation, and everything begins from the left margin of the page. So all these are part of block format of a formal letter. We can call it as an even American format of a letter writing also.
Sir, block format means?
American format.
Okay.
Right. Next question. Preeti, am I audible? Can you hear me, Preeti?
Yes, sir.
Please read the question.
What is the correct way to write the subscription in a formal letter? Yours truly, your truly, you truly, none. Sir, yours truly.
Correct. Any doubt with anybody?
No, sir.
Right. Next question to Suma ma'am. Suma.
Sir, yes, sir. What is written at the top of the editor's letter on left side?
Read the options.
Salutation, yours truly, subject, sender's address.
So visualize what is written at the top of the editor's letter on the left side.
Sender's address.
Sender's address. Right. Next question. Ghosh.
Yes, sir. Which of these is the right format for writing the date of all the format letters?
Formal letters.
A 21/12/2021, B 5th January 2021, November 5, 2021, January 5, 2021. Option A.
Okay. Why it is correct? Ghosh, you are not audible.
No, I can hear you, sir.
Why do you think that 21/12/2021 format of writing date is correct?
No, actually, we write, but in American format, which will be the correct one? Which format?
So in exam, if they give you this type of questions, then the right. Okay, let me ask others. Danny ma'am, Preeti ma'am, which one is correct option?
I think option B, sir.
Option B. Okay, Preeti.
So this question.
Which option is correct according to you?
So number A is correct.
Okay. So which of these? I'm not able to see. Which of these is the right format?
The right format for writing the date of all the formal letters.
Okay. So in all the formal letters, the most appropriate format for writing the date is option C. November 5, 2021. Why 5th January 2021 is wrong? Because it is not in a full expansion. Jan is given. Okay, so that is not correct. Danny, are you there?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That
sir.
is not correct.
Sir, then
Why not A number?
Sorry?
Why not A number is correct?
I'll come to you.
Sir,
Now,
I also have a doubt. If we write 5th November 2021, is it correct?
no, that
Date
is
first
that
and
is
then.
wrong. That is wrong. We should mention the month first.
Okay, sir.
Now, most of you will disagree if I tell you A option is also wrong. The reason is this is a confusing for the people who read, because we have British format of date, American format of date. In the British format, D, year follows. That means date comes first, then comes the year, month, and then comes the year. In the American format, which comes first? Month, date, and year. Correct? Preeti ji? Danny, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So now you write you write the date in the British format. They will understand that in the American format. Won't it create confusion?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So the option C is correct. Most of us, we use this A format in writing official letters, but that will be confusing. For example, what is today's date? Tell me, Danny.
7th August, sir.
07 08 2022. Correct, Danny?
Yes, sir.
Now you have written in this way. Now I can understand this as 7th month 8th day 2022, or I can also understand this is 7th day 8th month 2022. Both ways I can interpret, correct, this date?
Yeah, yes.
So that's why this is not the right format to write in the formal letter. That is the reason why option C is correct.
Okay, sir.
Right. Now let us go to the next question. Danny ma'am, for you.
What is the purpose of, is it writing, sir, or
What is the purpose of writing?
writing a letter to the editor to ask him to take action, to order him, to request him to give some space to your views in his column and none. Request, option C, sir.
Correct. So you are
Request him
writing
to
a letter to editor, requesting him to give some space to your views in the column, not asking him to take action, not asking him to order, not asking him to do something. You are writing a letter to editor, requesting him to allow some space so that through that esteemed columns of the newspaper, you will communicate to the concerned authority and help make come. Right? Then you understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next question. Preeti.
When should you send a covering letter? Every time you are sending your CV to an employer, when it is specifically requested, when you want to disclose your salary expectations, none of this.
Answer?
Sir, every time you are sending your CV to an employer.
Correct. Let us go to the next question. Ghosh.
Yes, sir. An article can be addressal, statement writing, awareness campaign, all of the above.
Which one is correct?
It will be all of the above.
Statement writing?
All of the above, I
campaign?
told.
Statement writing, awareness campaign, addressal, article. Why do we use article? Danny ma'am.
Yes, sir. An article can. Can I read, sir?
You read, please.
An article can be a dash addressal, statement writing, awareness campaign, all of the above. All of the above, sir.
So an article can be an addressal, statement writing, awareness campaign, all of the above. So you write an article to create awareness, Danny? Do we write articles to create awareness?
No.
Then? Think about it.
Statement writing, sir.
Preeti, what is statement writing, Danny?
That is giving statements about something on a topic. I don't know exactly, sir.
Preeti, are you there? Preeti ji. Ghosh?
Yes, sir.
So, these are the difficult questions, confusing questions. Find the answer. An article can be, it can be an
Sir, I think it is option A, addressal, sir.
So articles are written to address some issues. Those are not written to create awareness. Those are not statement writings. Okay. So an article can be an addressal. So these are little confusing and difficult, correct, Danny?
Yes, sir. I thought, sometimes in newspapers we find articles. So in that way it become awareness type of articles. No, so I thought it like that.
Right. Okay. Next question. Danny ma'am, read.
What kind of tone should you maintain while writing an article? Formal. Article should reflect your personal opinion. Argumentative analysis of the topic and call for action. That is formal, sir.
What kind of tone should you maintain while writing an article? Why do you write an article? To express your personal opinions? We'll go with elimination method, Danny. Why do we write article? Do you write article for call for action?
No, sir.
Or do you write article to express your personal opinion?
No.
There are two types of articles, no? Verbal input and visual input. So articles are meant for writing something. So what would be the tone of your article?
It should be definitely in a formal tone, no?
But why do we use article? To argumentative analysis. That means something is correct and you are writing an article to present to this world. So the tone
Okay.
E should be in argumentative analysis of the topic. You are analyzing the topic, right?
Okay, sir. So in debate writing also same tone comes, argumentative
In
analysis.
debate writing, you are defending your opinion and you are telling that others' opinions are wrong.
Okay, sir.
Right. Next question. Ghosh.
Yes. When an article needs a heading, only when the topic demands, always does not need a heading, only in newspaper articles.
What is the answer? Whether we have to write the heading or not in the article.
We have to write the heading.
Always
So
or sometimes?
Always.
Always. So answer is always.
Always.
Next, we have few more questions, and who are waiting for Hindi class? Madam is already there. I'll take 2-3 minutes, then we will start the Hindi class. Next question. I can't see Preeti, whether she is there or also not. I'm not able to see. It's okay. Suma ma'am, can you read the next question?
Yes, sir. How do subheadings help an article? Helps to look more organized, make the article easier to read, both A and B. Article does not require subheadings.
What is the answer? Suma.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer? Danny?
Both A and B, sir.
Correct. Both A and B. So we need subheadings to help to look more organized and makes the article easier to read. Next question. Ghosh.
The structure for report writing as genre, advanced, difficult, easy.
What is the structure?
It will be easy.
It's the genre. There is a particular format of writing the report. It is not easy, it is not difficult, it is not advanced. It has a particular format. So it comes under genre.
Okay.
Right. Next question. Danny.
In report writing, the language used to be loudly, unclear, whispers, and ambiguous. Ambiguous.
Correct. What is the meaning of ambiguous? Danny?
Ambiguous means, sir, in both ways, no? Like not having an obvious kind of
Right.
meaning.
So
Uncertain.
why it will be ambiguous in report writing? Why it will be not clear?
This one correct. In report writing, the language used to be loudly, unclear, whispers, and ambiguous. What is the meaning of the word ambiguous?
Ambiguous means vague, means it is not clear. There will be some dual meanings.
Uncertain. Yeah.
So what is the right answer here? Whether it is loudly or unclear or whispers or ambiguous? Go.
No. The option 3 means first, second, and third options are all wrong. Option D is the correct here. But I just want to know why the report writing will be ambiguous. Why not clear? Why not transparent?
Who is writing the report?
The reporter.
For example, when you are writing the report, you will present the facts based upon your understanding, correct?
Depending on the situation, the circumstance.
For example, Times of India reporter is reporting one incident. Hindu newspaper reporter is reporting the same incident in the report in newspaper. Both have different contradictory versions, correct? Somebody can support it, somebody can oppose it.
That is correct, yes.
Right. So these are tricky questions, Ghosh. You will get this kind of questions only in exams. Next question.
Yes, sir.
Danny ma'am.
Report writing by the individual should be written in first person, last person, both A and B, and none.
Answer?
First person.
Correct. So when you are writing a report, you will write in the first person. Last question, and then we'll close this writing ability class. Ghoshji.
Which type of report is report of action? Analytical report, periodic report, a recommendation report, all of these. Report of action. I think it will be all of this.
All of this. Okay. Danny ma'am.
recommendation report, sir?
I will not give answer to this question. We'll end this class with this ambiguity or some confusion so that you will study for the next class. So
Okay, sir.
I'll quickly revise what we completed in the class, and then we will end this English subject class. And whoever are watching, just give me 2 minutes, we'll complete. So in today's class, we completed the introduction to the syllabus for your exam, and then we have 4 different areas to be covered for English subject PGT and TGT. Reading comprehension, section B is writing ability, section C is grammar, and section 4 is literature. So what I'm trying to tell you is that even though you are very good at your language literature part, but you should also good at the LSR, that means reading, speaking and writing. Not only in literature part, you should be good at reading comprehension part, you should be good at writing ability, and you should score marks in the grammar. So all these 3 areas are also equally important with your literature. Then we have completed the reading comprehension. Then we come to the writing ability. Under writing ability, we completed all the 3 different topics in this class. The writing ability has 3 different areas. One is factual description of an incident or an event, and a report writing and a process writing. Then the second one is formal letters, that includes business or official letters, letters to editors, and application for a job with a CV or a resume. Then the last topic we completed was article writing, debate writing and speech. So all these are part of writing ability for your KVS and NVS examination. And we practiced a few questions also in this class. So this is from my side for my part of this class, 7:27. So I have 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will welcome Alivani madam to take your Hindi class. Any questions, Ghoshji? Any questions, Dani Maria?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right, fine. So I'm going to stop presentation. I think this way of conducting classes is visually appealing, correct, Dani?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So instead of using that Jamboard from the beginning, if I had used this way, then it would be easy for you also to see and watch and learn things. Maybe we all learn by committing mistakes. Trial and error method. Who proposed this trial and error method theory?
Pablo.
Thorndike.
Right, fine. So, thanks for watching this video. If you have come to the end of this video, I believe that you are interested to watch a few more videos related to the topic. So now you can check this out video or watch this one. Click this video. It will take you into another video.